Halal. It is a way of life. For 1/4 of the world's population, a huge diversity of people from different countries with varied tastes and demands, with one common bond. They all seek the assurance represented by the halal symbol, the symbol that tells them the meat that they eat is halal and wholesome in keeping to the Islamic principles and laws. The word halal has become the most abused word, equally misused by Muslims and non-Muslims. It is displayed anywhere and everywhere without any kind of regulation and corroboration, and the consumers are led to believe that it is genuinely halal. According to a research, statistics show that over 90% of halal-labelled meat and poultry in the UK is in actual fact doubtful. Indeed, the word halal, displayed at the outlets or on consumables, is not sufficient anymore. Recent reports by the leading UK daily newspapers, such as the Mirror and the Daily Mail, also highlighted that up to 3/4 of poultry sold as halal in the UK is falsely labelled. An industry group has warned that the majority of halal-labelled poultry and a small amount of beef and lamb were slaughtered by machine rather than an individual. In response, the various Islamic authorities across the UK, such as the Lancashire Council of Mosques, UK Turkish Islamic Cultural Centre and the Birmingham Council of Mosques, issued fatwas stating that any form of mechanical slaughter is not halal. KFC have stated that their methods meet the approval of the Halal Food Authority. Dr. Mohammed Naseem, chairman of Birmingham Shariah Council, talks about the blessed blade and why mechanical slaughter contravenes Quranic values and guidelines, therefore not considered halal.
My name is Mohammed Naseem. I'm a medical doctor. I'm also chairperson of the Birmingham Central Mosque, and I also have a position as chairman of the Birmingham Sharia Council at Birmingham Central Mosque. White people from different mosques. And we have a meeting here whenever an opportunity arises to make a decision. And the procedure is the mosque invites all of the schools of thought, and we have a meeting here and we discuss it and we give an opinion.
When it comes to halal issues, how many schools of thought are involved or have a common belief?
The major schools of thought are Sunnis and Shia. Then among Sunnis there are branches of Brelvis and Deobandis and Ahl Hadith. And when we have a meeting here, all the groups are represented, and they represent nationally, not just locally.
What do you consider to be halal?
Well, what is called halal, which I will call zabiha, and there is no difference of opinion. The Muslim can only eat halal or zabiha food. So there is no disagreement, not a minority opinion. On this, all schools of thought agree, because there's a very clear injunction of the Quran.
Does the Sharia Council consider blessed blade method to be halal?
Well, it doesn't meet the criteria of gentleness, of care, compassion, and based on that, I would say it is not acceptable, it is not halal, it is haram. It is a matter of belief and practice, and a machine doesn't have a belief or a practice. Absolutely so. There's a consensus on this, that machine killing is not acceptable, it is haram, it is not halal.
Lord Nazir Ahmed says he is concerned where the halal meat comes from, as the consumption is far greater than the production.
First of all, let me say that the consumption of halal meat is much greater than the production, and so we are deeply concerned with that, because obviously we don't know where this so-called halal meat is coming from. The blessed blade is, to be honest, I don't class it as Islamic. I think it's haram, it's not halal, although I'm not an Islamic scholar, but there's no such thing as a blessed blade. The Islamic way is very clear. There's no halfway for halal food. You either do it with your hand with Bismillah, Allahu Akbar on it, or you do it the other way. So in my view, the only halal meat is where people actually do it themselves with the hand, and also do it with the takbir as well, because that's very clear in the Quran and also in a hadith. As far as I'm concerned, those individuals and companies who are giving certificates for these companies and organizations who are using blessed blade, they are committing a crime. And whether it is a moral crime, whether it is a crime against anything in this country, I think we need to look at it and we need to report them to the government.